Howdy lads, welcome back to another Gates of Hell PvP match. This time it is a 3v3 on Voronezh. It's late war. I'm the USSR faction. I've gone for the irregular doctrine. It is myself, Nuri and Mr. Bollocks versus Conga, Bishop and IQ 200. Now, those lads are actually in another Discord. They're in the Asian Gates of Hell Discord that Bishop runs for, all the players in like Vietnam, all those places. So those three are in voice chat in that Discord. The three of us are on my team, are in voice chat in the Den, which is a Discord I help run. If you're not in it, get amongst it, come play with us, but should be an interesting match. Another thing I want to throw out there, I've actually been streaming a lot lately. I've been loving it. The engagement's been awesome. I love chatting with everyone, getting games in with everyone. I think it's amazing. It's good fun. I've recently learned that if you have an Amazon Prime membership, you can actually subscribe to me for free on Twitch. So if you wanted to support me, you also get ad-free video. Like you can watch ad-free, which is, happy days for you. You support me, happy days for me. Feel free to do that if you'd like. But on to what we're actually doing. So as you can see, I've pulled out the scout unit first. The idea is they obviously run quicker because of their stamina. Well, they get to the point quicker because of their stamina. I wanted to get to that point and establish a position as quick as possible. Obviously, these guys all have PPSHs except for one, which are extremely strong. If I can get to that middle point first and establish myself, the idea is that he won't actually be able to get on the point. I might slaughter his whole squad trying to push on. I do have a rifle squad pushing up behind that scout squad just to reinforce them, but as you can see, it's not really needed. It appears as though two of our enemies have pushed south and are currently hitting, by the looks of it, Nuri pretty hard. So eventually, I would like to get out there and help him. Now it appears as though our enemies haven't pushed too hard onto that point, otherwise they'd know that we have nothing there. I am getting a few soldiers to kind of come up behind him and try and stop him from actually moving onto that point. As you can see, I kind of put him behind the wagon. And I also got an MG detachment to run out to that point closest to the river, just in case. As you can see, they never pushed it, so I'll sit a couple dudes in there and hold that point free of charge. But I've got a rifle squad coming up now. They should hopefully hold that point. And now I have three dudes covering this objective here. Obviously, if they push with a squad, the odds of me holding it are minimal. The point is very far from my reinforcements. So, getting another, like an AT rifle squad out there, just in case. More manpower. If they push me with a light vehicle, I can hold him back. But I had no illusions that I was going to be able to hold that. I've also decided on a flamer. I was a bit worried about this point. I was very worried about this point, I'll be real. But as I said, he hasn't actually pushed too hard yet, so he doesn't know that it's basically got nothing on it. Our friendly has one person on this point. So it's lucky we got here when we did. So those boys will hold that. Get it, lads. The Soviets on maps like this are just so OP. Those PPSHs just tear up. It's also a nice advantage having a flamethrower that shoots 10 meters further than the German counterpart, so yeah, generally when I'm playing an urban map like this, I like to be the Soviets because they're just unstoppable. In saying that though, playing with the German offensive doctrine, having like the Sturmpanzer and stuff for maps like this is quite handy. Obviously you got a lot of cover, so you can bring it up closer, big explosions, we all love it. But yeah, I feel like the Soviets have a significant advantage in urban maps, just because of their SMG squads. So I'm just trying to get the MG to actually sit on the window. But as you can see, because I haven't pushed in, I figured I'd push up a little bit. I didn't want to give them any foothold onto the point. I didn't want to let them know how little we had there. At the moment, we hold more zones, and that's all that matters. So we're actually holding them 4-2, which is pretty wild. So my flamey boys managed to make it to a nice little spot. Now I didn't realise they could actually shoot through at those windows. That was quite nice. But they started shooting back at him, so I wanted to protect him. I thought that was a nice little spot for him. If our enemy pushes onto the point, obviously he'll get lit up by a flamethrower hidden in a really nice defensive object, like point, or part of the point. I've also gone for the guards' rifles. Chuck them in there. Obviously they're decent veterancy, so they should hold the point for us quite well. Now, 5 minutes in, 317 to 235, our way. Gone for the M72 with the snipers. I thought this would be a good map for snipers. If they bring out a tank, I can obviously hide in all the buildings. And the snipers, you know, if I sit them back, they could do quite a lot of damage for me. So it looks like he's actually started to move up onto that point close to the river. He now outnumbers me out there, which is a worry. And the odds of him bringing a tank out or some kind of support weapon are pretty high, obviously, because it's been 5 minutes. All I have is the 2 snipers, which... Look, 2 snipers is good, but short term, trying to deal with armor and stuff, it doesn't really help me. So, we'll see how that goes. I have actually decided to bring the guard squad out onto this point to try and hold it. But he's starting to gather up a fair amount of numbers by my points, if you can see on the map there. So he's playing it quite smartly. He's not rushing in like an idiot, which is good. Ooh, Conga just slaughtered Neri, wherever that is. But out come the snipers. So the idea is to dwindle their forces before they even get a chance to attack. So I'll get him shooting all those guys in that building, if he can. It's a bit funny shooting guys in windows with the snipers in these maps, because the slightest angle kind of ruins you. I noticed that there was a nice wall there where I'd be able to kind of crossfire onto the enemies pushing on. I also saw that they had some sort of vehicle on the northwest, so I didn't want to... sorry, on the southwest. And I seen it coming around. I was worried that it was going to push onto that point. Don't know what it is yet. But from memory, I believe it might have been a flame tank, which is a good buy on this map. Very hard to deal with, and it is. Panzer III flame. So I've got nothing that can deal with that, unfortunately. Like, absolutely nothing. So I have got ATs running up, but obviously they're a very long way away. I do have an AT rifle there, but that is not going to do anything. Not from the front. So I've got to get these guys back ASAP. He's already killed one. He's now managed to catch a second. But we've got most of the squad back. So sometimes retreat is necessary. I don't always like to bring out my inner Stalin. Shoot! So I've got a shot on him, but he's going to die. Those flame tanks on a map like this are brutal. Second commissar out. I love all the places you can hide your commissars in these maps. Makes it a lot easier to just, you know, keep them out of harm's way. So it looks like old mate on the south's been basically wiped again. So our flanks are quite vulnerable, as you can see. We've been kind of pushed back. Luckily, I hold both the middle points, but as you can see, my hold on these points is starting to dwindle. I've got very little forces on this map, on this point close to the river. The flame tank I can't deal with, frankly, at the minute. But it's not all doom and gloom yet. He hasn't completely kicked us off. The irregular Soviet doctrine is very infantry focused, which does make it hard at times. But at the same time, it can also work in your favour. You know, having a vehicle is okay, but having a lot of infantry to cover a map is sometimes better. So I'm pushing the Panzerschreck up into a spot where it can kind of hide and potentially kind of sneak up on the tank. I felt like the Panzer III was going to make a push for this middle point. I was very worried. Trying to get a grenade out, but watch me hit the wall, because, yeah. Unlucky. Now, Sniper hasn't really done anything. It's not actually shooting these guys, as you can see, so that's what I meant by it's a bit silly. Now, someone's got a tank. Where is that? Oh, it's out on the south. So he's moving up that Panzer III. Now, I stupidly shot too quickly. Shouldn't have shot. Should have let him come out first. Yes, he would have done some damage, but I would have destroyed it. But at least he knows I'm there, so he's going to be more hesitant to push. So things have slowed down. The sniper's finally getting some shots into the middle there, which is quite handy. And my sniper on the right's actually getting shots in the middle too, so it's clearing out that wall for me so I can get up closer with the Panzerschreck, which you love to see. I was trying to like get a shot through the concrete. But he's pulling back. Smart play. Very smart play. I was hoping to try and like sneak it over the wall, but I didn't really have a chance there. I need to lie him down. He's gonna die. Figured I'd try and dig a few foxholes. Why not? I didn't realise there was enemies there. There's a dude just lying at the back there, and he's slaughtering all of my dudes. I brought out a sniper to try to deal with him, but as you will see, it does absolutely jack shit. Come on, just shoot the dude. Yeah, I pulled him back. I didn't want him to die. I felt like I felt like I was going to die. Out comes the PPSH, or PPS3, whatever you want to call it. But he got killed straight away again. So there's a sneaky dude hidden somewhere. I didn't know where he was. Now, friendly. Ooh. Jesus, Bishop, you bad man. Look at that. Look at that kill feed. That's rough. I was going to say, on the south there, it looks like old mate is actually, which would be Nuri, has actually made a very nice push out on that south point. So we now hold 5-1, which is quite good. I had a lot of infantry. Decided on, I reckon I get the AT rifle? Nah, I just get a rifle. But I'm reinforcing the objective. In the middle. I guess middle right, we'll call it. And I wasn't sure what else to get. I had a lot of points. So I wasn't entirely sure what I wanted to get. Trying to move the sniper around, see if I can't get some sneaky shots. Not sure what old mate's bombing. Is he bombing in front of me? Yeah, he was. Weird. Didn't get a kill. Rough. Yeah, I find saving your bombs for a tank's probably the best move unless you're desperate. Now, I should have got that sniper around a bit more, but then again, I can see him aiming at something. There's a soldier there that I can't see that should be in view. I don't know if it's a glitch, but... Well, it's obviously a glitch. But yeah. Do with it what you will. I will have a squad up there soon, so... Should be G. He still hasn't got a kill. So I'm trying to get him in good spots, but... I figured if I put him here, he can get shots up there, as you can see, and he can also shoot along the road if they try to run through, so... I might catch a few guys off guard, basically. The flamey tank's back. Shoot. There we go, I hit him. But as you're going to see, it doesn't do anything. I hit the fence. So stupid. I had a lot of trouble with this. And now I'm just waiting a bit, and now jump out and shoot. But he was walking slow for some reason. Must have been because he was hurt. But he's just wiped all of my defenses there. I was very stressed out at this point. I was like, what the hell do I do? He's also got that SDKFZ at the back there, which is slaughtering me. There's absolutely nothing I can do at this point. So, good play by IQ, I guess. Now, I just need to decide what I want to do. I've gone for the guard's rifle. But, seeing as there is a flame tank and the SDK there, without proper AT support, I'm probably screwed. So I've actually got this motorbike that I brought out with the snipers. Figured I'd chuck a dude on there, and my idea was to throw him back here just to stop him from pushing too far forward. I wanted him to know that I had something. But that tank just destroys it. 15 minutes in though, 661 to 121 our way. Been a good match so far. Been a very good match. Very tightly contested, which we love to see. So I'm getting the AT attachment up. Didn't know what I wanted to get. So I've gone for the Flame T34. So I figured I'd bring this up here and basically do to him what he did to me. Now, Mr. Bollocks, with his 75 Sherman, has managed to scare off that tank for me. So, very handy when you have teammates that'll support you. Figured I'd just let old mate have a sprint at the tank. He might get it, he might not. But it looks like I've actually decided to take hold of him. Is he gonna? Yeah, he's running for it. Good on him. But I will leave the Panzer Shrek back here. If I lose the Panzerfaust, I don't really care. He's actually getting pretty far in. So, I was trying to get him to shoot, but there must have been a wall in his way or something. I don't know what happened there. So dumb. So that... I should have waited to push up. That SDK... I should have waited till I had the T-34 up there. But the T-34 is here now. It's taking its time, but he is there. Another tank crew. Sorry. AT crew. Now, it might be handy for me to bring that sniper around, but for some reason I'm hesitant to do so. There we go. Flaming him out. Oh, I just burnt one of my own dudes. Isn't that nice? I've actually gotten onto the point. I noticed he had some dudes lying down behind those sandbags. I think he's got guys lying down behind the point, kind of behind the building. Obviously, I'm in the building, so he's not in the building. But... ooh, that grill sorted me out, though. That bloody grill. So he doesn't have much on the point. In fairness, I've only got one guy on there, and he's only capping me 1.5. So I'll get another guard's rifle squad up there, and I figured I'd throw them inside the building, so that they can hold without me having to pay too much attention to it. It is a bit of an annoying thing you can do on some maps in this game. Hide infantry in the point, by just cramming them in the building, and that way you don't have to worry about it, because, yeah, basically your enemy can't see your enemies on the point because they're all hidden. The downside, though, you have to watch out, is if they get a flamethrower and burn the building, yes, the building won't be destroyed, but it will light up all your infantry. So, be careful with that. It looks like Mr. Bollocks is having a very hard time with Bishop there. Bishop is a good player, but he's got a Stern Panzer and a grill, and those things have been slaughtering him all game. Looks like Nuri's going to try and bomb him. It appears as though he's missed. Rough gig. Stern Panzer is so good. I love it. Now, he does have a Martyr 3 there or something, so that's why I've pulled back, in case none of you noticed. So he's actually started capping. He's pushed a couple guys on the point just to kind of get the cap weight. Very smart move. But I've got a full squad here now, so I'm going to push them at the back. And I figured I'd try throw the tank up, see if I can't burn some of them out. No, I haven't. I'm throwing grenades. Apologies. But a few grenades. If it doesn't kill them straight away, it'll make them run out in stupid directions, and my guys will just shoot them, so that's all good. But that SDK's done a stupid amount of damage. So, he didn't make it. So I was just having a look at that. It looks like 2 of them went the offensive doctrine, which is probably why there's not too much infantry on the field, or there wasn't early, and why I was able to take the middle so easily. Obviously, if you get that Sturm Grenadier squad straight away, that's the only squad you can get for a decent chunk of time at the start, so I was a bit worried. I figured he was trying to lure my T-34 out by bringing these 2 pieces up. So I missed, and I'm pulling back. And now you can see him charging me with that tank. He's doing that annoying thing that people do in this game where they just get a vehicle and charge your lines to sure death. But it looks like he's encountered some problems. He hit something and stopped, so wasn't upset about it. I'm trying to get a whole bunch of grenades thrown at it. A couple AT grenades got off by the looks of it, which is very nice. So we've actually made them, we've decrewed it basically, which is elite. So I wasn't sure what I wanted. Decided on nothing on the doctrine units. And I decided I wanted to bring out the SU-152. Because it's got, you know, big HE shells, I was just going to basically use it to clear out the back of that building whenever I needed to. And there's that Marty. You can see it moving. Because it was moving, I figured now was my time to push up. And then I was going to wait for him, but I'm pretty sure he outranges me and I didn't want to risk it. That SDK has been brutal against me. So I'm moving the flamethrower up, but I was going to try and clear the point with the flamethrower infantry. Just so he didn't... Like, if I bring the tank up, obviously it's going to get killed. And out come the elite troops to hold down the fort in the middle there. Another flamey boy as well. So my second bunch of snipers that I got, I haven't actually done a lot. Snipers in general I haven't done much. But he's still kept this point. I do have 2 dudes running on. He's somehow getting grenades through the window at my dudes. So smart play on his part. I wish they'd make a mechanic that you click on the window and your infantry will run up to the window and just throw a grenade in the actual window. That'd be a cool mechanic. It would probably help a lot with dealing with stuff like this. Because it is very cheesy, like, I'll admit, it's a cheesy thing for me to do. But I had no vehicles to counter, like, the amount of vehicles he had. I didn't want to just get them killed for nothing. So that SDK is still just slaughtering me. It was actually really pissing me off at this point. Those of you who've seen me play live will understand how frustrated I get sometimes with that stuff. I just couldn't deal with it. I couldn't expose myself to kill it because that Mitre 3 was there. It was a very good play from IQ. But obviously the downfall for him is he does not have the infantry to keep up with me. Because he's got, you know, 3 vehicles out there. So, another elite guards. I'm pumping through the infantry on this point, trying to hold on, but especially with this Soviet irregular doctrine, I have more than enough infantry to compete with him all game. He'll run out of infantry long before I do, so I figured I'd just keep going. So I threw a shot, but it didn't go behind. It kind of went against the side of the wall, so I didn't really do anything. Notice he was flying a plane, so I'm just trying to pull out. I don't know what he's trying to bomb. I think he's bombing the middle point. Yeah, he was. Didn't do much though, so eh. But he holds that point significantly now, closest to the river. I do see all his soldiers hiding at the back there, so we're going to do exactly what I should have done the first time. No, I'm not. I'm going to hit the side of the building again. At least I did kill one, which is nice. But I figured I'd expose this. He knows I've got 2 tanks now, so he's going to be less likely to expose the Martyr 3. I did know the Martyr 3 was actually on the right side of those buildings. Not the building on the point, but the ones in front of it. So that's why I've pushed it to where I have, and I'm going to use this building to hide. Now he should, hopefully, clear out this point a little bit. Come on. 25 minutes in though, 5:45 to 2:53 our way. It's a nice battle between me and IQ here on this point, but unfortunately for him, I have a flame tank on him, plus a whole squad of infantry pushing in. So I will momentarily take this. Figured I'd throw a few grenades as well, just to see if I couldn't get some cheeky kills. So I've actually managed to catch a guy off guard, but I didn't actually kill him, which is stupid. He does still have his Martyr 3 back there, but he hasn't actually brought it forward yet. But I have regained control of this point, which is very nice. I was thinking of having a shot at it. So I'm trying to... I didn't realise I had the flamethrower selected, not the gun, so the gun wasn't rotating. I couldn't figure out why. So potentially I could have gotten him, but... terrain's a bit funny, unfortunately, so I've pulled back. Now, as you can see, they've actually got a tiger out there on the northwest, which can actually shoot at us from over the river. So I figured I'd better pull back a bit. No point losing it when I don't need to. So they might have 2 tigers over there by the looks of it. But that's a Mr. Bollock's problem, not a me problem. So I'm just going to pull back and stay the hell away from the edge of the river. So he has actually brought his Martyr up, but wasn't worried. Oh, it's a stern panzer he's pushed up. Now that Martyr is actually getting shots on me. Come on. Can I get a shot back? I had a go, but nah. These T-34s are actually quite strong. And because I'm so far away, the penetration value drops off pretty quickly. But looking at what I wanted to get, and I didn't really need the ISU 122 because I've got this. So decided to get this thing, the BM 1316. I've never used it, so I wanted to give it a go, see if it was as good as a Katyusha or anything. Why not? Performance dropped by Conga. Damn it, Conga. So the middle's still pretty safe. I don't actually know where my sniper is at this point, but I do still have one cruising around somewhere. Things have quietened down though for us. Oh, there's the sniper, so I'm bringing him up. Hoping he'll get some shots. At this point, I'm just kind of waiting for my rocket arty, because as soon as he makes another push, I'll throw rockets basically at his entire push and hopefully stop him. I was seeing if I could reach. Almost. Damn terrain. So he's actually gotten back in that SDK, which is really effing annoying. So I was destroying that cover. I didn't know if he had anything there. I kind of wanted to scare him off a little too. But it looks like they've gone for a Nebelwerfer. So I think I'm seeing if I can hit it. But, yeah, I don't think I had the distance. I know what the distance is in this, but the thing I hate about these Soviet rocket trucks is they're so finicky to use. Like, the aim is just annoying. For lack of better words, annoying. That's all I can say. It is really effing annoying. But I didn't really have a need to use it. I wanted to try and bring it into this gap, because obviously it can get some shots between those buildings. He's making a bit of an odd push for the middle. I don't really understand what he was trying to do. I guess he figured it was, you know, hopeless trying to keep banging his head against that point near the river. But I feel like he was competing with me there, so I don't understand why, yeah, stopped. I should have thrown a shot there. For the martyr, but my idea was to basically sit there and wait for it to show itself. I've brought out this 152 to try and, I guess, get it to come out. He's actually now capping both points though, so that's dangerous. I will need to deal with that pretty quickly. Oh, these things are so annoying to use. So I noticed there was a dude there, so throw a shot, did nothing. Is what it is. Do have a lot of points though, so I'm throwing another squad on this point. Hopefully they'll cap. He ran that SDK thing. Onto the point, that must have been what cleared it. I do have a bunch of dudes here and they both got AT grenades, so I figured why not throw one on the SDK? Throw it! Nah. He's actually managed to get away. Rude. My flamethrower's doing some nice work though, look at it go. That's exactly why we put it in there. Good defensive position, lads. A flamethrower in a defensive position is a very good thing, boys. Very nice thing. Bring the sniper up, see if I can't clear out this point more. So he actually snuck a dude through these buildings. Not a bad little play, but he missed. Now, one thing I didn't realise is because he snuck that dude in there, he can actually see all my pieces. So he's gone straight for a plane. I completely forgot that I had rockets there. I was moving my tanks like, oh shit, move the tanks, move the tanks. And then I realised just too late, and you'll see it now, you'll see the panic. Oh shit, oh shit. He shocked me, I can't move, and he bombed me. So I didn't even get to use it, which was so bloody annoying. Honestly, that really pissed me off. And this dude's just sitting here next to the tank. Like, shoot him. So yeah, that really annoyed me. Didn't even get to use it once, I was so pissed off about that. But you get that. I don't know why I typed that. He had a dude there. He should have been able to see. But somehow his guy did sneak through a bunch of infantry that I had out there, which, yeah, is a bit shitty, but you do get that. Like I had the flamethrower sitting there guarding that passage. I had dudes in the passage from the point into that gap in between the buildings. I had flame tanks there. Yeah, I just don't know, but bit unfortunate. So I'm just trying to deal with this point and clear it out. He's using the terrain very well. He's just lying down behind these hills and I can't do anything about it. Sniper can't get shots. My tank can't shoot it. A mortar might have been a nice buy at this point, to be fair, for that point. I'm pretty comfortable on this point here. He has still got that stupid SDK there. So I decided to push an IS-1 up onto that main road, and that'll hold that road for me. So the scope's actually getting a few shots now, which is good. So we are clearing them out. One more kill should do it for us. There we go. So it looks like he's never worthing. Oh, the middle again. Oh, no. Run the sniper away. Shit. Nah, he got my sniper. So annoying. You get that. Now, I know I should probably do it too. I should be trying to sneak guys into their rear lines through the building. I should do it too. I know I should. I always complain about it. And like, you know, rushing vehicles into their certain death and stuff. I should do it too, because it is, you know, part of the game, but I don't know, it just ruins it for me, so I don't. I do it sometimes, because sometimes it is necessary. Sometimes clear out a point, you do have to run in with a flamethrower, or push an armoured car, but I don't know, I just prefer to fight behind a front line. Just kind of really makes the immersion for me. I do love that. I love the hard fights like that. I do still have a lot of points. I could get quite a few things. Some heavy scout recon would be quite handy. They're obviously high vet. They would be very good for sneaking behind enemy lines. But my teammate was saying, oh, can you bomb this? Can you bomb this? So I was like, yep, we'll bomb it. And I said, can you push him as hard as you could so that he can't fix it before I bomb it? I didn't realise how far away all these forces were at the time. So we'll see if the bomb can get there. So he's just gotten in it, and now he's pulling it off. So I figured he would reverse. He didn't. He went forward. So that did nothing. Rough. So that was a waste of a strike. I should have waited till he pushed it, but yeah, I don't know. Is what it is. So now we have 3 tanks around. Could potentially be pushing over to the north to help out Mr. Bollocks there. He's had a very harsh time. But that's game. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this content, please do like, sub, comment.